Continuity. Continuity means supposing you have 1 here on the x-axis. You can come from the left or come from the right. And what is this? Supposing you are x. You're coming from the left to 1 and from the right to 1. What is stopping you from reaching 1 is a gap, a gap of h. As you approach to 1, the h will diminish to 0. Can you see, as you come nearby, h approaches 0. That's what is called limits, okay. So supposing there's basically in other words, supposing you have a function, a graph. You come from the left and you come from the right, you get the same y value. It means limit exists, you learnt it last year, which means the graph is continuous. In other words, to explain it, if you're able to draw a graph, it is continuous. The moment you take your hand off, say for example a mod is continuous function. At every point is continuous. A parabola is a continuous function. A greatest integer function is discontinuous function. Fill, don't fill. Fill, don't fill. It's discontinuous as 1, 2, 3. It's not continuous at those natural numbers. You understand? So basically continuity, limits are all the same. You understand that you can approach a point at the x-axis from the left and from the right and you get the same y value, it's continuous. That's what it means. Okay. So let me directly go to the sums. The sums that I did in class is the first sum, which is f of x is equal to 1 minus sine cube x by a 3 cos square x. 1 minus sine cube x by 3 cos square x. It's the world's most important sum. If x is less than pi by 2, and if x is equal to pi by 2, it is p. This sum comes for every exam. It's a very, very difficult sum. If you know the sum, you can do a lot of other sums very easily. It's approaching pi by 2. Normally, when in limits, you will substitute in the numerator and denominator, see if it's 0 by 0 format. Sin 90 is 1, cos 90 is 0, so it is definitely 0 by 0. So you can't do the sum normally, you have to use certain tricks. Okay, what are the tricks you learned last year? You will see if it's x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a, limit x tends to a. In the format, the answer is n into a to the power n minus 1. This is trick number 1. The trick number 2, if it's an algebra, you try to solve the algebra. Solve the denominator so that the denominator does not become 0. The third one, if you see a square root, you will rationalize. The moment it's rationalized. Then the next trick is about, if you see sin theta, if you sin theta by theta, limit theta tends to 0, 1. Similarly, tan theta by theta, limit theta tends to 0 is also 1. So these are the tricks that you will adopt to solve a sum in limits, same as continuity. So similarly, this is for a trigonometric function. If it's logarithmic function, it's log of 1 plus x by x. Limit x tends to 0 is also 1. Then e to the power Hari minus 1 by Hari, limit Hari tends to 0 is also 1. I call it Hari, but it's x. E to the power x minus 1 by x, or e to the power h minus 1 by h. So these are the formats that you adopt to solve. A to the power x minus 1 by x will be a to the power x log a to the base e. Okay, so then these are the formulas that we adopt to solve the continuity sums. But having said that, this does not belong to any of this. Let's see. It has got trigonometry. So the one thing I would check is that sin theta by theta or tan theta by theta, none of it is applicable as of now when you see. So whenever it is not applicable in 0 by 0 format, you have to do a graph. You're going to approach a pi by 2 from the left and pi by 2 from the right. You get that? Pi by 2 from the left means this is where your x is. And what is x? X is pi by 2 minus h. X is equal to pi by 2 minus h, and this is x. And x is equal to, in this case, it's pi by 2 plus h. So you understand that x is the left limit and right limit. How do you write? It's pi by 2 minus h and pi by 2 plus h. Now you take the left hand limit. Let's solve the left hand limit. How do you write that? Limit of f of x tends to pi by 2 from the left, means minus sign. The formula that's been given is 1 minus sine cube x by 3 cos square x. 3 cos square x. Now you can't write x has to be written as pi by 2 minus h. 1 minus sine cube of pi by 2 minus h by a 3 cos square pi by 2 minus h. So 1 minus cos cube h by 3 sine square h. Limit h tends to 0. The moment you write it as h, it becomes limit h tends to 0. This is a cube minus b cube format. a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square by a 3 sine square h. It becomes like this, limit h tends to 0. And the moment you see 1 minus cos h is 2 sine square h by 2. So 2 sine square h by 2 into 1 plus cos h plus cos square h by a 3 sine square h. I have got it as sin theta by theta now. Can you see a sin theta by theta limit theta tends to 0 is 1. A sin square theta by theta square limit theta tends to 0 is also 1. So I have a sin square h by 2. The theta here is h by 2. It should become h square by 4. So divide the numerator by h square by 4 and the denominator by h square, which means I should also multiply it, correct? So it's 2 sine square h by 2 by h square by 4 into h square by 4, because it's theta square where theta is only h by 2, so theta square will become h square by 4 into h square by 4 by a 3 sine square h by h square into h square. So this is becoming 1, this is becoming 1. H square get cancelled, 1 by 4 by 2 and 4 get cancelled, becomes 1 by 6. Other than that, you also had a 1 plus, now direct substitution, cos h plus cos square h, where limit h tends to 0 is 1 plus cos 0 plus cos square 0, which is just 1 plus 1. So 3 by 6, so 1 by 2 is the left hand limit. Numerator 0 can come, no problem. Only the denominator you can't have 0. So right hand limit. Right hand limit is just same thing. This is for x is less than 0, greater than pi by 2. The different question. I didn't complete the question. X is greater than pi by 2. It's q into 1 minus sin x by pi minus 2x the whole square, it seems. Okay. So we'll do right hand limit. Right hand limit. Limit of f of x tends to pi by 2 from the right. It's q into 1 minus sin x by pi minus 2x the whole square is the answer. And for x has to be written as pi by 2 plus h. So pi by 2 plus h, q into 1 minus sin of pi by 2 plus h by pi minus 2 into pi by 2 plus h the whole square. Limit h tends to 0. Q into 1 minus cos h, because sin in the second quadrant is only positive. Sin 90 plus means in the second quadrant it's only sin, so positive, by a pi minus 2, and if you bring the 2 inside it will become minus pi minus 2h the whole square. This and this get cancelled. You end up getting q into 1 minus cos h by 4h square, correct? Now 1 minus cos h is 2 sin square h by 2. A q left by 4h square left. And a sin square h by 2, what is theta here is h by 2. Divide and multiply by h square by 4. Q into 2 sin square h by 2 by h square by 4 into h square by 4 by a 4h square. This becomes 1. H square get cancelled. This is becoming 2 and 4 get cancelled. It's q by 8. According to limits or continuity, left hand limit should be equal to right hand limit should be equal to at that point. What is the meaning? Limit of f of x extends to a from the left is equal to limit of f of x extends to a from the right. Sorry, right is plus, it should be equal to f of a at that point. What is the left hand limit answer? We got it as 1 by 2. Right hand limit is q by 8. At that point they themselves have given in the question. P. When x is equal to pi by 2, answer itself is p. Just substitute all this here and find 1 in terms of that. Therefore, p is equal to 1 by 2. And you can q by 8 is equal to, equate this to q by 8 is equal to 1 by 2. So q is equal to 4. Thus you found the two unknown values of p and q, assuming that it is already continuous. This is the first question that I did. So in the question it's been given that it's already continuous and they are asking you to find the unknown value of p and q. That is the first question. So let's go to second question. The second question that I did in the class, you look at my PDF 1 and 2, it will be the same set of sums. F of x is equal to sine of a plus 1 into x plus a 2 sin x by x when if x is less than 0. If x is equal to 0, the answer is 2. If x is greater than 0, the answer is root of 1 plus bx minus 1 by x. Okay, so then I'm going to do the sum. you know you're gonna it's a 0 by 0 format. When you substitute here, it's 0 by 0. Here also it will be 0 by 0. So I have to use some trick. And moment I see sin theta, it's sin theta by theta here. The first sum was very complex. You don't get a sin theta by theta as such. You have to approach from the left and right, and 1 minus cos cube x, you have to expand as a cube minus b cube, in which case you will get a 1 minus cos h, and then it becomes the usual format. Very, very complex sum. Do it at least twice or thrice so that you get it clear, the first sum. This is directly sin theta. I just can do a tuck, split the denominator. So then limit, left hand limit. No need to do a graph here, because it's not, even though it's becoming 0 by 0, I readily have a trick. When I have a trick, then I don't have to draw a graph. Okay, sine of a plus left hand limit. How do you write it? Limit of f of x tends to 0 from the left is sine of a plus 1 into x by x plus 2 sine x by x, because it's directly sine theta by theta, limit theta tends to 0 is 1. Here I have to multiply by an a plus 1 and an a plus 1, which makes this also 1. So directly a plus 1 plus 2, the answer is a plus 3. We got the left hand limit without even doing any graph. Right hand limit is rationalizing. Right limit of f of x tends to 0 from the right. So it's root of 1 plus bx minus 1 by x. Immediately I'll rationalize. Even the numerator can be rationalized. Root of 1 plus bx plus 1 by root of 1 plus bx plus 1. So this becomes a square minus b square, 1 plus bx minus 1 by x into bracket root of 1 plus bx plus 1. So 1 and 1 get cancelled. X and x also get cancelled. B by root of 1 plus bx plus 1. Correct? Now you put limit x tends to 0 here. Denominator is not becoming 0. It is becoming b by 2. So we got the left hand limit and the right hand limit, and both of them are equal to at that point, which is 2. Put x as 0 here. It's b by root 1 is 1 plus 1 is 2. So then therefore left hand limit is, what is answer? A plus 3 is equal to right hand limit is b by 2 is equal to at that point is given to be 2. So equating all, a is equal to minus 1 and b is equal to 4. Thus you found the two unknown values. So then that's all. There don't need two variables here, a, b. Okay. So let's go to next sum. The next sum is the third sum, which is f of x is equal to root 3 sin x plus cos x by x plus pi by 6. This is for when x is not equal to minus pi by 6, which means from the left and from the right it's the same formula. And at that point is k. So you have to find the value of k. You know that the moment you see this, moment you see a root 3, you should know we're going to work out some, you don't have a readily sin theta by theta. You're going to convert into sin theta by theta, for which root 3 is a triplet. You should know what are the triplets. 1, 2, root 3 is a triplet. Similarly, 3, 4, 5 is a triplet. Similarly, you have 11, 12 and 13 is a triplet. 6, 8, 10 is a triplet. 5, 12 and 13 is a triplet. Yeah, sorry. Then 6, 8 and 10 is a triplet. Like that you should know the moment you see, I'm seeing a triplet there. Should I do something with the trick, some trick with the triplet? Yes. Root 3. Take the sum root 3 sin x plus write it as 1 cos x. The cos x can be written as 1 cos x. Multiply and divide this by 2. So multiply by 2, but the divided by 2 bring it in. Divided by 2. Multiply and divide the numerator by 2 so that this is a root 3 by 2 and a 1 by 2, which are triplet. Correct? And there is an x plus pi by 6. Let it be. Now you write this. When sin a, you have sin a, you want a cos b. The cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Cos of pi by 6. Can you see? I am trying to arrive at a denominator. Cos pi by 6 sin 30 plus sin pi by 6, sin x plus sin pi by 6 cos x by x plus pi by 6. It's like sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, which is sin of x plus pi by 6 by x plus pi by 6. Sorted? Sin theta by theta itself becomes 1, for which the theta has to tend to 0. What is theta here? X plus pi by 6 has to tend to 0. X then will tend to minus pi by 6, and that's exactly what is given. It's tending only to minus pi by 6. So limit of f of x extends to minus pi by 6 from the left and also from the right. It's all the same solving. So then therefore this becomes 1, so answer becomes 2. Correct? The same limit applies everywhere. Same limit extends to minus pi by 6 from the left and minus pi by 6 from the right. Whatever minus and plus is the same thing. I hope you understood. You should write that every step and write answer is 2. Therefore k is equal to 2. Because at that point answer is k and therefore k is equal to 2. That's simple. You don't need a graph or anything to do the sum. So let's go to next question. So graph is only when you are helpless, not otherwise. The fourth question is f of x is equal to 1 minus cos 4x by 8x square and a k if x is not equal to 0 and if x is equal to 0. So left limit and right limit is the same formula. You already know 1 minus cos 4x is to say you have a trick. So you can just follow the trick, no problem. No need to, this is also 0 by 0. But doesn't matter, I don't need to draw a graph because limit of f of x extends to 0 from the left or extends to 0 from the right. It's the same formula wherein I know 1 minus cos 4x is 2 sine square 2x by I have an 8x square, but I know that 2x is the angle and I need a 4x square below. I can write this as 2 into 4x square, so I don't even have to multiply and divide by anything. This itself becomes 1 and the answer becomes 1. So easy. Therefore k is equal to 1. That easy is the sum. Probably it could be a 1 mark question, that's all. That's because there's no substance in the sum. So fifth question, f of x is equal to a cos square x minus sine square x minus 1 by a root of x square plus 1 minus 1 if x is not equal to 0 and a if x is equal to 0. This is the question. Again I have a trick because I know what is cos square x minus sine square x is cos to theta formula. So therefore I won't do a graph or anything. I'll try to apply the formula. So limit of f of x extends to 0 from the left or extends to 0 from the right. It is cos 2x minus 1 by root of x square plus 1 minus 1. I'll change around the question first itself. And 1 minus cos x is 2 sine square x by 2. It's been juggled here. So minus 2 sine square x. 2 sine square x because this is 2x. The half the angle will be just x by root of x square plus 1 minus 1. Now I can rationalize also. Root of x square plus 1 by root of x square plus 1 plus 1. A square minus b square. X square plus 1 minus 1. And it will be minus 2 into sine square x into root of x square plus 1 plus 1. You should write in bracket. You know sine square theta by theta square is already 1. Look at the beauty. Correct? So you were left with a minus 2 into root of x square plus 1 plus 1. Where is direct substitution of x? Because the denominator itself is not there. So substitute this, it will be minus 2 into 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's minus 4. So then therefore at that point answer is a. X is equal to, at x is equal to 0 it's a. So a is equal to minus 4. So easy is the sum. So let's go to next question. The sixth question. F of x is equal to ax square plus b if x is less than 2 and 2 if x is equal to 2 and a 2ax minus b if x is greater than 2. The moment I see this sum, I know I'm going to approach 2 from the left and 2 from the right. But do I even need a graph? I don't need a graph because it doesn't have a denominator. When it doesn't have a denominator, direct substitution. I don't know, but teachers still insist on doing the xs2 minus h and xs2 plus h and then substituting that here. I don't know. First I'll do without this and then I'll do that. Two methods I'll incorporate so you can give whatever your teachers want. Okay. Limit of f of x extends to 2 from the left is ax square plus b. According to me, direct substitution because there's no denominator. So it's 4a plus b. And limit of f of x extends to 2 from the right is 2ax minus b. Direct substitution 4a minus b. At that point is 2. So left limit is equal to right limit is equal to at that point. I would just sit and solve this with this 4a plus b is equal to 2. And a 4a minus b is equal to 2. 8a is equal to 4. A is equal to 1 by 2. Substituting here 4 into 1 by 2 plus b is equal to 2. So b is equal to 0. Thus you get the unknown value of a and b. It's that simple. But having said that, your teachers may insist on where is the graph, what have you done. So every sum, probably you may have to, whatever sums are done from the beginning itself, you may have to do a graph. If your teachers don't understand that these sums can be done using a small L'Hopital rule for in an entrance exam or a higher level classes, but we want to understand and do, because the L'Hopital has no logic. You're just differentiating until it does, denominator doesn't become, no, until it doesn't become 0, you keep on differentiating. But that has no meaning, right? This has, you understand how the graph comes. This is a clear understanding. So I do agree with this method as being beautiful. But H is very unnecessary. But if they insist upon in the same sum, if they insist upon you doing the sum using a H, let me tell you how you're going to do. L'Hopital is a shortcut. Shortcut cannot be adopted for an for a school exam. So then, if supposing you have a 2, you're going to approach from the left and approach from the right. H is the factor, x is here, x is equal to 2 minus h, x is equal to 2 plus h. So in the left hand limit of f of x extends to 2 from the left. You would write ax square plus b, and x cannot be x anymore, it's 2 minus h the whole square plus b, where limit h has to tend to 0. So it will become 4a plus b. Anyway, you get the same answer, there's no difference. But they will expect you to do this. Limit of f of x extends to 2 from the right is 2ax minus b, where x is not x, x is 2 plus h minus b. Limit h tends to 0 will be 4a minus b. So left limit is equal to right limit is equal to at that point. After that, it's all the same. So then if they insist upon you doing a h, you can do a h, you know what it is. Okay, but I don't believe in it, so I won't do it. So let's go to next sum. So the next sum is the 7th sum. F of x is equal to x minus 4 by mod of x minus 4 plus a if x is less than 4, and an a plus b if x is equal to 4. So when you see, the moment you see this, is no signum function. The signum function graph is like this. The plus 1 and a minus 1. When x is greater than 0, the function is mod x by x. The mod will be x by x. And here for less than 0, it will be minus x by x. The mod function may be positive as well as negative. So you'll get a minus 1 for the left hand side and plus 1 for the right hand side. So whenever you have a mod x by x, the interval here is 0. So the less than 0 is negative, and right hand side of 0 it is positive. So answer is 1 and minus 1. That is why the graph is like this. Do you understand? The same signum function comes for mod of x minus 1 by x minus 1. Then 1 is the cutting point. The graph will be here. Whichever is the cut, wherever it's getting undefined, can you see? That's where you have to leave it like that. So then therefore this is the graph, but you don't need the graph to do the sum basically, because I'm not going to do all this. I'm going to straight away do less than limit of f of x extends to 4 from the left. Means the mod function has to be negative. So x minus 4 by minus of x minus 4 plus a, which is minus 1 plus a, is the left hand limit answer. Then limit of f of x extends to 4 from the right. It's x minus 4 by x minus 4 plus a. Therefore it's 1 plus a is the right hand limit answer. And left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to, at that point, a plus b. A and a get cancel if you equate this, and you get b is equal to 1. And b is already 1. Minus 1 plus a is equal to a plus b. A and a get cancelled. B is equal to what? Minus 1 plus a is equal to 1. So a is equal to 2. So thus you should equate this and this. That's all. Okay, just equate these two equations and then solve for a and b. Let me do it again. 1 plus a is equal to a plus b. A and a get cancelled. B is equal to 1. Then minus 1 plus a is equal to a plus b, where a and a get cancelled. B is equal to, no, something is again wrong. Minus 1 plus a is equal to a plus b. A and a get cancelled. B is equal to minus 1. How can I get two different value of b? What is the mistake I'm doing? Okay, 1 second, hold on, let me check this sum. A is equal to 1 and B is equal to A is equal to 1. Did I get?
No, ma'am, we got A is equal to
Then that's wrong. Whatever we did is wrong. Let's see. This is mod function. Mod of x minus 4 by it's a plus b. Okay, this will become a minus 1 plus a, and this will become plus 1 plus a. Plus 1, I think it's b. Shit. I think I didn't write the question properly. If it's x is greater than 4, it's mod of it's x minus 4. I left that. Okay, x minus 4 by mod of x minus 4 plus b. Okay, so then left hand limit you do this, for right hand limit you write a b. So then you know for the right hand limit it should be 1 plus b. So then thus equating, now you will get the right answer. Equate this with this. B and b get cancelled, a is equal to 1. Equate this with this. You know b is already 1, so minus 1 plus a is equal to 2. A is equal to?
No, ma'am, A is 1 also.
A is 1, okay.
B will be
So then calculation mistake, minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 plus b. So 0 is equal to b is equal to minus 1. So make sure that you do the correct. I left the right hand limit, I don't know. That's the issue.
Only when it's not equal to the number given in the question, we can take it as equation for both left hand limit and right hand.
Yes. They given specific conditions for left and the right. You have to do it for left and right. Can I go to next sum? Can I?
Yes, ma'am.
Eighth question. F of x is equal to 1 minus cos 4x by x sin x if x is not equal to 0, and then 1 by 2 if x is equal to 0. You know it's 0 by 0, but you know it's form trick 1 minus cos 4x. So limit of f of x tends to 0 from the left and extends to 0 from the right is 2 sin square 2x
2x.
by x sin x. And you know that as sin square theta by theta square. So 2 sin square 2x by a 4, no, one second, 2 sin square 2x by a 4x square into 4x square by an x here. You have a sin x and you have to multiply and divide by x and an x. So this is 1. This is 1. X square get cancelled. So answer is 8. And therefore, what? Half. 8 is equal to half. What nonsense. No, that's 1 minus cos kx again. It is 1 minus cos kx. It's 2 sin square kx by 2. I'll do the sum again. So it's 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square kx by 2. Therefore you need a k square x square by 4 into k square x square by 4. Therefore this will become 1 and this will become k square x square by 8. By you already have a x sin x. You multiply and divide that by x. This will become 1. The x square and x square get cancelled. The left hand limit is k square by 8. Therefore the left hand limit should be equal to at that point, which is at that point the answer is 1 by 2 here, correct? So equate them and equate to k square is equal to 4, k is equal to plus or minus 2. I wrote the sum wrongly, I thought it's 4x, it's kx. Are you clear? So let's go to next sum. The fifth question. If f of x is equal to,
No. 9.
okay, whatever the sum number is, x cube plus x square minus 16x plus 20 by x minus 2 the whole square if x is not equal to 2 and k if x is equal to 2.
Then we have to take x minus
You have to
2
do
as-
long division.
X minus 2 as the
Factor, divisor. So first of all, first thing you should check is, can I take out common like this itself? So x square into x plus 1, no, it's not working. When it doesn't work, only you have to proceed with the synthetic division. X cube plus x square minus 16x plus 20 divided by x minus 2.
So x minus
Just take the denominator, one of the denominator, factorize. I told you when it's algebra, you can also factorize. So it's x square. So it's x cube minus 2x square. A minus and a plus makes it 3x square minus 16x. So plus 3x. A 3x square minus 6x. Minus and a plus. This will become minus 10x plus 20. Become minus 10. So minus 10x plus 20, 0. So therefore you can write the numerator as
x minus 2
x minus 2 into x square plus 3x minus 10 by an x minus 2 the whole square will get cancelled.
Now we have
Even now if you see, if it's extending to 2 from the left or from extending to 2 from the right, it's still becoming 0. So you have to factorize the numerator. So it's x square plus 3x minus 10 can be factorized as
5x
5 2s are 10. x square plus 5x minus 2x minus 10, which is x into x plus 5 minus 2 into x plus 5. So it's x plus 5 into x minus 2. Take the numerator, x minus 2 and x minus 2 get cancelled, simply becomes x plus 5. X tends to 2 from the left or x tends to 2 from the right. The answer anyway will be direct substitution. It will only give you a 7. Therefore, at that point is k, and k is equal to 7.
Ma'am, should we actually give the whole this division?
Yes. Yeah.
We have to.
You have to do it.
Another method to find it out also.
Yes, ma'am. Just writing the
Whichever.
Just
Okay.
coefficient
You
is fine.
0 of the polynomial.
No,
No.
coefficient. I'm just the coefficient.
Okay. It's just you take care. Okay. I would do this. I only know this, so I would stick to this.
Very
Now, but I am recording, so let's finish it off. So then let's go to next sum. 10th question is f of x is equal to half minus x if x is lying between 0 and half, and 1 if x is equal to half, and a 3 by 2 minus x if x is lying between half and 1. Somewhere it's inclusive, somewhere it's not inclusive. Okay, whatever that is. All that I infer from this is less than 0 you don't have. You have greater than 0. So you have to approach half from the left and half from the right. That's all. Therefore, you understand that you're going to approach half from the left and half from the right. Your teacher insists upon putting a h, you put an h and write what is x. Otherwise, it's direct substitution because there's only numerator. I'm going to do it as direct substitution. Limit of f of x. X tends to half from the left. The formula is half minus x. The answer itself is 0. Limit of f of x. Because half minus half. F of x. X tends to half from the right. It's 3 by 2 minus x. 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2. It's 2 by 2 is 1. Can you see left hand limit and right hand limit are not even equal. LHL is not equal to RHL. Therefore, the graph is not continuous.
Ma'am, but RHL is equal to at that point.
That doesn't matter. The condition is left hand limit is equal to right hand limit should be equal to at that point. One of it is equal, we don't have to care. Left limit is not equal to right limit, or anything is not equal to at that point also, it's not continuous. It's not continuous. At x is equal to half. So let's go to next question. Oh, that's all. One PDF of whatever I sent you is over, so you can follow that, and then the next PDF. I'll do the sums in the next PDF. I have it here. So the 11th sum is f of x is equal to a into sine of pi by 2 into x plus 1 if x is lesser than or equal to 0, a tan x minus sin x by x cube if x is greater than 0. This is definitely a 0 by 0 format. This is not. This is direct substitution. Maybe the answer itself, sin 90 itself is 1. So yeah, okay. So then only the second part I have an issue. Left hand limit is limit of f of x. X tends to 0 from the left. A sin pi by 2 into x plus 1 doesn't even have a denominator, so x is 0. I get a sin pi by 2, which is just a. Let's go the right hand side, correct? Right hand limit is limit of f of x. X tends to 0 from the right. A tan x by x, you will think of splitting it up. No, it won't work out. Even if you split, you still have a 1 by x square in the denominator, which is tending to 0, and it's still becoming 0. The best way to do the sum, you should know this. You have to write tan x as sin x by cos x minus sin x by x cube. Then take the sin x completely out. So it's 1 by cos x minus 1 by x cube. Then sin x into, take an LCM, 1 minus cos x by cos x into x cube. The moment you see 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2. This itself is tan x into 2 sin square x by 2. By you have an x cube. You need a tan x by x. Right, this x. You still have an x square. You have a 2 sin square x by 2, which you divided as x square by 4.
So you can only divide.
So you need an x square, but you have to multiply and divide by 4. So that this becomes 1. This becomes a 1 because x tends to 0.
1 by
And 1 by 2 is the answer. What is at that point's answer that they've given? Oh, they have not given anything. So you got the is equal, left limit is a.
So
Right limit is 1 by 2. Therefore, a is equal to 1 by 2 is the answer. Are you clear? So let's go to next question, which is the 12th question. F of x is equal to sin 5x by 3x if x is not equal to 0, and k if x is equal to 0.
Not we can use sin
Sin theta by theta format. It will get easier because I have done it from the difficult sum. Obviously, as I do now, there will be nothing in those sums. Limit of f of x. X tends to 0 from the left or x tends to 0 from the right. It's sin 5x by 5x into 5x by what is left out is the 3x. This is getting cancelled, x and x is getting cancelled, 5 by 3, therefore k is equal to 5 by 3. These are similar to last year's sums, so easy.
And this one's like linear sum for cos.
Huh? Why am I writing? I wrote the question as sin 5x, but the question actually is sin 3x by tan. What am I saying? Correct only. So then I'm seeing the wrong questions here. 12th question. F of x is equal to sin 3x by tan 2x. Again, you'll find it very, very easy.
Yes,
If x is less than 0 and a 3 by 2 if x is equal to 0. Probably a 1 mark question. And the right limit is log of 1 plus 3x by e to the power 2x minus 1 if x is greater than 0. I love the right limit because we are not done using log it. E to the power Hari minus 1 is also there. So let's do the left hand limit. Limit of f of x tends to 0 from the left is sin 3x
into 3x
by 3x into 3x by tan 2x.
into 2x by
Sorry, tan 2x by 2x into 2x. This is also becoming 1. X and x get cancelled, 3 by 2. Let's do the right hand limit. Limit of f of x tends to 0 from the right. That's where my challenge is. Log of 1 plus 3x. 1 plus x by x in varno. So I need to have a 3x in the denominator and a 3x up. So that this will become 1, log of 1 plus x by x. That's what we have learned. So then this is becoming 1. So then here is e to the power Hari minus 1 by Hari. I need 2x into 2x. So this is also becoming 1. X and x get cancelled is 3 by 2. Yeah, therefore it's continuous. Very, very easy. But the sums can get really difficult with the exponential logarithm. I have a special PDF for it. We have done using PS Senior last year, where it can tends to infinity. Okay, we got beautiful sums which I've stored it. I'll show it to you. Okay, so then those are the practice sums, which is a last level of preparation. If you want to do another above one level step above, you have to lose those. So f of x is equal to x by mod x plus 2x square if x is not equal to 0 and k if x is equal to 0. The moment you see mod x, when x is less than 0 it will be minus 1, x is greater than 0 it will be plus 1. So limit of f of x tends to 0 from the left means lesser than 0. The function will be minus x plus 2x square. Correct? And that will be your function, and it will be minus x plus 2x square. Correct only. So then you can take x common. Minus 1 plus 2x. So that x and x also gets cancelled. Now it's no more becoming 0. Can you see? The answer is minus 1. Such a simple thing that wouldn't have struck us. Okay, then limit of f of x is x by greater than 0 means x tends to 0 from the right, where it will be x plus 2x square. Again you can take a x common out. Correct? So it will become x tends to 0 means it will become 1. So they are not equal. So it is not continuous. So let's go to next sum.
No, but we have to find the value of k, I believe, because k is not.
But the left limit itself is not equal to right limit. Then what is the point? You can never find. Regardless of whatever the value of k is, the function is going to be different. So k can be any number. Therefore, k can be any number, regardless of it. Good question. So I've written it here. Thanks for reminding. So let's go to next question, which is the 14th question. F of x is equal to sin of a plus 1 into x plus a sin x by x if x is less than 0, and c if x is equal to 0, and a root of 1 plus bx square minus root x by b into x to the power 3 by 2 if x is greater than 0. Moment you see left hand limit, you know that you can just tuck you can do. Limit of f of x tends to 0 from the left is sin of a plus 1 into x by x
into a plus 1
into a plus 1 into a plus 1 will make this one as 1
so it's a
plus sin x by x itself is 1. So then it's a plus 2 is the left hand limit. Let's go to right hand limit. Limit of f of x tends to 0 from the right. Root of 1 plus bx square minus root x by b into x to the power 3 by 2. Rationalize the numerator 1 plus bx square plus root x by root of 1 plus bx square plus root x, which is a square minus b square. 1 plus bx square minus
X.
x, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. So then the question I've written it wrongly again. It is root of x plus bx square. Okay, root of x plus bx square. Okay. So then therefore x and x will get cancelled by b into x to the power 3 by 2 into root of x plus bx square plus root x.
And 3 by 2. And
So now b and b also will get cancelled. X to the power 2 minus 3 by 2. Take it up. The denominator will become x to the power 1 by 2. Therefore, it will become root x by root of x plus bx square plus root x. Limit x tends to 0. Now, this is where children will get stuck. They don't realize that root x can be taken out common from the denominator. So, root x can be taken out from the denominator. It will become root of 1 plus bx plus 1. This is the thing they should know. Now, root x and root x get cancelled. Limit x tends to 0. Denominator will not become 0. It will become 1 by 2. So then therefore left limit is a plus 2. A plus 2, left hand limit is equal to a plus 2, right hand limit is equal to 1 by 2, and at that point is given to be c.
ma'am, it will be 1 by b. Okay.
At that point will be c. Therefore you got c is equal to 1 by 2. And you got a is equal to 1 by 2 minus 2, which is a is equal to minus 3 by 2. Correct? And you didn't get one of the value, this is b, which is getting disappeared in the whole process of me rationalizing. It's getting disappeared. So b can be any value. B can be any element, irrespective is going to be continuous. Are you clear?
Yes.
So that's the world's most important sum, because children will get stuck here. This is where they get stuck. They don't know to take root x common from the denominator. So let's go to 15th question. F of x is equal to 2 to the power x plus 2 minus 16 by 4 to the power x minus 16 if x is not equal to 2, and k if x is equal to 2. 2 to the power x plus 2 minus 16. So moment you see this, no, limit of f of x tends to 2 from the left or from the right, both of them same answer. You split this up, 2 to the power x into 2 to the power 2. Correct? 2 to the power x into 2 to the power 2 minus, this is 2 to the power 4
Therefore,
by 4 to the power x minus 4 to the power 2.
2 to the power 2x.
2 to the power
2x. 4x.
2 to the power 2x.
Yes, ma'am.
No, let it be like that. For now, leave it like this, okay? So you want in the form a to the power x minus 1 by x, so that your answer can be,
X minus
oh, I told you a to the power, limit of a to the power x minus is just log a. Did I say a to the power x into
that's
log
what
a?
I asked, ma'am.
I said I did a mistake. Did I in the introduction I would have said this? It's not differentiation or anything. A to the power x, or differentiation is a to the power x log a to the base e. But here it limits of a to the power x minus 1 by x is just log a to the base e. Just correct it, guys. I hope you understood. This part is, I made a mistake here. I hope you're playing it again. So then I want to get it in this form. So then I'm just seeing how I can take it out. Okay. I
Ma'am, you
want.
can take 16 from
Wait,
Total
let me just give me a minute. Let me see what I have done. So I've written it as, I've divided throughout by 2 to the power 4 because I need a 1 here. You need a 1. So going to divide throughout by 2 to the power 4. Correct? So this will become, when I divide 2 to the power x into 2 to the power 2 by 2 to the power 4 minus 1 by 4 to the power x into, what am I dividing by?
4 to the power 2.
2 to the power 2 to the power 4 minus 4 to the power 2 by 2 to the power 4 is what I am dividing the numerator and the denominator, so that I will get a 1 here. That's the whole point, correct? So then what does it become? Goes up and becomes 2 to the power x into 2 to the power minus 2. Correct?
Yes.
Which is 2 to the power x minus 2. Minus 4. Minus 1. By I don't have anything now in the denominator. This denominator is 4 to the power x. I can write 4 to the power x I can write this as 4 to the power 2. Correct? 2 to the power 4 can be written as 4 to the power 2. And here also I can write a 4 to the power 2. Look at the laddu. So it's becoming 4 to the power x minus 2 minus 1. So then I can divide the numerator also by x minus 2 and denominator also by x minus 2. So multiplying and dividing by x minus 2. Multiplying and dividing by x minus 2 is what we are doing to get it in that format. So 2 to the power x minus 2 minus 1 by x minus 2 by 4 to the power x minus 2 minus 1 by x minus 2. This is what dividing the numerator and denominator means. It's multiplying and dividing is what it means. For people who don't know, I'm saying divide the numerator and denominator means it also means multiplying and dividing. So this itself is a to the power x minus 1 by a, for which log, okay. So for which limit has to be x tends to, limit x tends to x tends to a, x tends to 0. That's when 0 by 0 comes. That's when you trick. X tends to a. The formula I'm saying limit of a to the power x minus 1 by x.
Limit x tends to a.
Limit x tends to a. Isn't it x tends to 0?
No.
Can we check that? 1 second, hold on. Yeah, it's definitely x is tending to 0 only. And this is the formula you guys must memorize. Okay, it's just log a to the base e. So I'm looking at this, which is a to the power x minus 1 by x format is there, which is log 2 to the base e. And here it's log 4 to the base e. You guys know that log 2 to the base e by log of 2 square to the base e. Kondelekkarthu can come to the Monday. Log 2 to the base e by 2 log 2 to the base e. So the answer is 1 by 2. Okay. So let's go to next question. Tricky question, huh? That was a tricky question. Okay, so let's go to next question, which is again very important. 16th question. F of x is equal to x sine 1 by x if x is not equal to 0 and 0 if x is equal to 0.
So for right hand limit and left hand limit.
Limit of f of x. X tends to 0 from the left and x tends to 0 from the right. You have the same answer. Sine of this is your function. But in this, they'll insist that you have to draw a graph. Let me do a graph, okay. So then it's approaching 0 from the left and 0 from the right. You all know it's minus h and plus h. X is equal to minus h and x is equal to plus h. So when you substitute, so I have to do separately for the left and the right? Yeah, let me do it, it's okay. It's the world's most important sum, that's why I'm doing it this way, because it's coming for every exam. So it will be minus h into sine of minus 1 by h. Limit h tends to 0. Sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So h into sine of 1 by h. Limit h tends to 0 means this is becoming infinity. So h into sine of infinity. And do you know that sine of infinity, sine of any crab is going to lie between minus 1 and plus 1. Doesn't matter sine infinity, it's still going to be lying between minus 1 and plus 1 within it, correct? You can write like this, a sine alpha is going to lie between a minus 1 and a plus 1. So irrespective of whatever the value, you substitute h as 0, the answer is going to be 0 only. Thus the left hand limit is 0. Let's look at the right hand limit. Limit of f of x tends to 0 from the right is x into sine of 1 by x. It will be plus h into sine of 1 by h. H into sine of infinity, yet it will be 0. Therefore the graph is continuous at x is equal to 0. It's continuous at x is equal to 0. At that point have they given? It's also 0. So then perfect. These are the sums that are there in my PDF. However, I'll give you another second PDF little later after you finish this, which has really very high level sums that has never come for any board exam, but we should always prepare one step higher, so we are preparing that.